Hi folks, hope you're doing well. It's 3 p.m. Oh dear, we've got this situation again. Another pup is going to die. There's nothing I can do about it. The smaller of the three. Clearly, it's not able to swallow. It's not able to feed. I've tried feeding them before when they've been like this, and all you do is you suffocate the bloody pup. That's all you do. That's what the vets have told me to do. Try and feed them. Try and feed them. You suffocate them. They can't swallow. If they can't bloody swallow, what's the point of squirting food into their mouth? They suffocate. They choke to death. That's what vets have told me to do in the past. I've contacted vets because what the pup needs really right now, this pup, I'm not contacting the vets about this pup because I know there's no drinking point. Contacting them before about other pups because what the vets need to do is they need to put a little tube down the pup's throat that goes into the stomach so that I can then squirt food directly into the stomach. They won't do it. They're not interested. They're just not interested. We're with different vets now, but it's the weekend. They're closed. There's an emergency vet, but of course, the emergency vet is not really that interested in doing anything for a pup, unfortunately. It breaks my heart. This poor little baby, not had a life. It's been born and it's not had a life. And of course, mum is pushing the baby away because it's not feeding. Mum knows it's not feeding. Mum sees that this baby won't make it. This poor little pup, it's struggling. It's trying to breathe. It's trying to stay alive, and it's just going to die. Nothing at all that I can do. No, it's so you get idiots who think, oh, you're doing this, you're having puppies for money. No. I'm not upset this puppy's going to die because I'm going to lose some money. This poor little pup hasn't had a life. It's awful that it's not had a life. It's unfair. It's not right. I mean, especially as normally with Mollie's pups are the same size normally as this little one. It's just in this litter, for some reason, the other two are double the size that they normally would be. Because I've remarked previously that Amber's pups are normally double the size of Mollie's. Even though Amber's not smaller than Mollie is. I've always wondered why on earth that would be the case. Well, this one is the opposite. Mollie's two pups, two boys, are big. The girl is the normal size of what Mollie's pups normally would be. But she just hasn't got the ability to suckle. It just didn't happen before she was born. Now, most pups, that ability to suckle and to swallow is there. Yeah, they're able to swallow the milk. And so when they swallow the milk, they grow stronger. Yeah. When they can't do that, you in a way you're tempted. You want to end it for the pup in the suffering, but you can't do that. Yeah, this poor little thing can't do anything to help it. So I mean, it's happened a number of times, and I prayed and asked God to step in and save the pup, but I can't see that. has been happening right now, because the same, the pup's been pushed away, and I've just gone in and checked, and so just resigned to the fact that unfortunately this little baby girl is not going to make it. She's the only girl in the bunch, and she's clearly not going to make it. So it's like, right, okay. Yep, I've buried a number of pups already. Yeah, Mollie had 1 litter that was born about 10 days early. I mean, she must have got an infection or something. And a few of them were stillborn, and I think 2 of them lived for a very, very short time. And that was bad. And then we had another one where one of Mollie's puppies died, but the rest lived. One of Amber's puppies died. Is it the same time? Yeah. Well, it was the next litter of Amber's after Mollie's litter, where that one died. Amber's, yeah. So, yeah, I've buried a lot of pups, and yeah. Yeah, these pups are babies and my babies, and yeah, last thing you want to do is having to bury them. Yeah, the first litter we had, that was an awful situation. That was Lucy, and Lucy was a rehome. She came to me pregnant. Probably the useless vets were telling me she wasn't pregnant. Um, it was just a phantom pregnancy, they were saying. They didn't check anything. They didn't say, well, bring her in, we'll check. No. And so I was assuming she wasn't pregnant, so I didn't feed her up. I didn't stop her from exercising in the 2 weeks beforehand. But there was only 2 pups in that litter. It was Easy and Bear. And Bear, oh, what a boy. At 4 weeks old, he was crying to go out to pee and poo. He was whining to let you know that he needed to go out to pee and poo. I mean, that, 4 weeks old. But that litter didn't know the father of the pups, didn't know the male dog. It seems as if the male dog had fits, because both pups died within, I think, about 4 days of each other in different locations. And when I found that out, yeah, that was hard. That was really tough. I mean, it's really tough letting them go to new homes. That was really emotional. There were tears with them because they were the first that went. Yeah, I love them. Absolutely. Beautiful pups. And they went to new homes, and yeah, that was really tough. After that, because of that experience, I know that, I'm trying to find lovely homes for these pups. And so that's the idea, is that, I allow the females to mate because they seem to enjoy being mums. They seem to be good at it. And so long as the pups are healthy and, the mum is taking care of the pups, and that's cool. And it's a real blessing to be able to spend time with the pups, even if just really my involvement with them starts from about 2 weeks old to 8 weeks old. So I get about 6 weeks of spending time with the pups and giving them cuddles and play and a bit of training. So when they go to new homes, they can have a wonderful life, and they can be easy to settle in. And generally speaking, they settle in pretty quickly, which is always lovely to hear. Yeah. The people that the pups go to don't have much of an issue with them peeing and pooing indoors, because they get taught here to do it outside. and I charge for the pups. But the main reason I charge is because if you let the pups go for free, you would have thousands of people contacting you wanting a pup. You'd have to go through all those people and check them out. I just don't have the time to do that. I just don't have the time to really check through thousands of people to try and find who is the best person to get a pup. Because that's the thing. If you have thousands of people, you have like a list that are 2 pups. How do you do that? You've got to say no to 998 people. But which ones do you say yes to? So you've got to cut that down. And the way to cut that down is to charge a price. And you still have to then look at the people and see whether the people are appropriate for having a Border Collie or not. Because some people are appropriate, some aren't. But you do that because what you want is good people to take the pups. Yeah. Indeed. So, yeah. This little girl. Oh. Oh dear. No, that's just terrible, awful situation. Really, really bad. Not good at all. So, yeah, I have to deal with that. I've been picking the pup up and giving her lots of cuddles, lots of love. I don't know if she notices it or not. But it's all I can do. I can't do any more than that. I've tried them all in the past. Even that, oh Jesus! When you're trying to feed a pup, when you've got the mixture, you've got it in the bottle, and you squirt it into the pup's mouth so the pup will feed, and you hear the gurgle. Oh, you know that all you're doing is you're choking the pup. In a way, you're torturing the pup, aren't you? It's like some idiot will say, "Why don't you just buy the tube and try and put it down the pup's throat?" Yeah. Well, actually, buy the bigger tube. Let me put it down your throat first, rather than me torturing a puppy by trying to do something I have no idea what I'm blinking doing. Yeah, let's practice on a little tiny puppy, shall we? No. No, I can't do that. Okay. That's to do for now. Yeah. Tough situation. But that's it when you have pups. As I say, when you have pups and there's like 6 pups with a huge mixture of boys and girls, well then it doesn't hit, I suppose, so hard. But in this one, there's 3 pups and there's only 1 little girl. So that probably is why it's hitting a tiny bit harder. Yeah. Although it's always tough when you know that that's it. That one didn't make it. Yeah, you keep trying to put the little one onto mum, and then you go in 2 minutes later and find that one being pushed away, and you know what's happened. Yeah, that mum is trying to take care of the other ones by saying, "We've got to get this one away because this one is ill. There's something wrong with this one. This one's not going to make it." So that's why mum pushes it away. So I've told her off for it, and it's not our fault. She's just doing the best she can for her. The other 2, she doesn't understand English. She doesn't understand what I'm saying to her. Yeah. She understands more than I do that, really from birth, this pup was not going to make it. You always hope that, they'll all make it. I think the mums can tell very quickly. They look and they see, okay, this one isn't feeding. Yeah. Unless you've got your eye on the mum and the pups all the time, you just wouldn't know. That's reality. Yeah, well, there you go. You take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.